Artists are having a tough time in America. The number of artists that canceled Shopify accounts in 2019, 2020, and again in 2021 was 95%. Less than 5% of artists make enough in a year to call their passion their full-time job. Artists have a sense of FOMO on the increased value of their art. The secondary art market is not built for artists. Artists struggle with unpredictable sales and on average make around 85% of their entire income in only 2 short months. $7 billion, that was the amount of money paid in royalties by Spotify to musicians in 2021. $0 was paid that same year in royalties to fine artists. And in a $30 billion fine art market, we believe artists should be fairly compensated for their work. This was my mom. Her art had sold for tens of thousands of dollars. And yet years before I was even born, her career as an artist had all but faded. And when she unexpectedly passed away, beyond our memories, all we had left of her was her art. When we talk to artists, they spend a majority of their time on marketing and sales and every facet of running a small business. It's all too easy for artists like my mom to quit when they're spending so much time and energy on things outside of what they love to do. Artists are failing. We believe artists should be able to succeed and more people should have access to their art. Consumers are moving from ownership to access. Patrons want to support local artists, but committing to a piece feels like a difficult, lifelong decision. Why buy movies when we have Netflix? Why buy music when we have Spotify? This is how the world is moving, and that's exactly why we built Kicky. Think about your own rotating art gallery in your home or your office. Artists leverage Kicky to rent, or as we call it, host their art out to patrons. These patrons range from technology to hospitality to churches, intent, really anyone looking for original art. Your space becomes part of a distributed, city-wide art gallery. You simply subscribe, choose your art, and Kicky's white glove team delivers, installs, and exchanges the art out at the end of your term. But where we are most excited is how we are leveraging our IP and our technology to really help the artist win.
So while the art is hosted in patron space, there's a QR code that anybody can scan to learn more about that artwork and hear the artist's story. We can then analyze that engagement and use it to dynamically set the best price for that particular piece. That means that an artist's work is growing in value while they're getting monthly income from it, and that's before it even sells. When it does sell, they get paid, as you'd expect, and at a better rate than if they'd sold it through a gallery. But more importantly, they get to keep 5% equity in their artwork for all time. Here's what that means. When Teresa's here. There's Teresa. Hey, Teresa. When your masterpiece initially sells for $1,000, when it goes on to sell for $1 million, which it will, you're gonna get a $50,000 paycheck. And if it sells again, she'll get paid again. And Kicky takes a slice of each of those transactions. We're bringing new efficiencies to this $30 billion market using blockchain. Every artwork is connected to an NFT. And that allows us to use smart contracts to automatically pay the artists when a piece is sold. It allows us to give owners a certificate of authenticity that they can trust. Our IP is giving us the confidence to go after this huge market. And our entry point is the $6 billion obtainable market of people who want access over ownership. We take a % of every transaction, not just the monthly subscription, not just when an art piece sells, but every subsequent resale of that piece for all time. We're starting in Atlanta, and next year, we're going to expand into 5 major cities, and we'll have $500,000 in monthly recurring revenue.
We launched our pilot just 4 weeks ago, and in 4 short weeks, we have a partnership with JLL, the largest commercial real estate company in the country. JLL serves the biggest global brands, and when those global brands go to JLL looking for art, they're sending them to Kicky. We have LOIs with technology and hospitality companies and hundreds of patrons on our wait list. I'm Luke Keller, co-founder and CEO. I have 10 plus years of SaaS enterprise sales experience. I built and sold a quickly scaling company, and with that, successful sales teams across multiple cities.
My name's Brenton Strine. I'm a founder, and I have over 20 years of experience writing code. Most of that building enterprise websites for multiple millions of users at companies like Amazon, NASA, and MailChimp. I also am the founder of a nonprofit community called RefCode.
We have an incredible group of curators and advisors helping us to continue to break into the art community, as well as land additional large enterprise deals. We are raising $750,000 to continue to build our team, onboard more artists, access more patrons, and to take our website from our beta to go-to-market version 1.0. If you are an investor excited about the most practical use of NFTs, we want to connect. If you're not an investor, but you're passionate about art, go to kicky.art and join the wait list. Hope and opportunity, that is what our artists are saying Kicky is bringing. Join the Kicky revolution in making artists famous and valued in their lifetime. Thank you.